Welcome back, everyone. That was really good, Sandy. That was, a lot of positive movement there.
Right.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. That little graphic open that you see before the show, their mics are live, and we don't want to talk over the music track, so we pretend we're talking. And now you're an old pro, right? You've done it for 12 weeks now.
It's hard to be silent, too.
Well, everybody, this is our weekly look at seniors, and I have to admit this is one of them. I just have loved this. We've done this 12 weeks now. I think we have one more week to go.
We do.
And in many ways, we saved the best for last, which I have to admit. My guest today, our guest today, is Sandi Cross, and she's the director of the Saratoga County Office of the Aging. Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you very much.
Very nice
Thanks
to have you here.
me.
Welcome back, Lois, who
Thanks,
is the
Jesse.
director of the Senior Center of Saratoga, well, the Saratoga Senior Center, whichever way I get it.
Whatever makes you happy.
Thanks. By the way, the two of you known each other for a long time, right?
Very long
We
time.
go way back.
Yep.
I think that's wonderful. I asked Sandy before we went on, before we get into some of the details about the Office of the Aging, what interested you about this category? And you just lit up, Sandy, when I asked you
Yes,
that.
I do like the seniors quite a bit. Yeah, that's my work passion. My career has been focused on senior
Why?
citizens. I find them fascinating. The stories they tell, the histories they have.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. There's a lot to learn from them.
The wisdom is incredible.
It is incredible.
It-
And they're
the-
just fun. They really are. Yeah. They get to that point. It's
It's
they're
fun.
They are fun. They are a lot of fun.
Well, with your help, it makes it fun. I have a feeling, because I know when we talked over the weeks with Lois here, that the whole idea that there is a community center for the seniors, a place where they can go for social activities, for help in any numerous areas, that it is something to learn there. You know, we've talked about it many times that in this day and age, really isn't the appreciation for mentoring. You know, everybody thinks they can get it on their mobile device or something, when in reality, there's so much for all of us to learn by just listening to the people who have gone before us, right?
It's that one-on-one communication, definitely.
Yeah, I bet. All right, so the Office of the Aging.
Yes.
You're located in Ballston Spa.
Yes. Boston Spa.
So that means you're serving Saratoga County?
The entire county, yes.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about what the Office of the Aging does.
I would say if someone asked me what was the most important thing the Office for the Aging does, besides give out information and assistance, we are New York Connect, so we're the Aging and Disability Resource Center for Saratoga County. We are, anybody can call us, and caregivers, seniors, anyone who would like to call us, we give out information
Gotcha.
on everything. We have a booklet we produce, and we give them to senior centers, town halls, anyone who'd like them. But besides that, I would say our most important program is the home delivered meal program and the congregate meal program. As Lois knows, she has it in her senior center.
Right.
And we provide a hot noontime lunch. And from each of the senior centers or town halls goes out home delivered meals, and they're delivered by volunteers to homebound seniors in their houses.
Now, just so that you understand the scope of this program, 600 meals a day.
Yeah.
600 meals a
yes.
day.
Yeah.
Just the coordination on that alone. Suppose that was the only program, right? Can you imagine?
I know, and I have 3 people doing it. I got to tell you, they do a bang-up job every day. Those meals all get delivered, rain, shine.
What are some of the other categories? Because I know the two of you interface quite a bit.
Sure. The center, Sandy and her office supports all the senior centers, and we work back and forth together every day. I mean, I get calls on a regular basis. I just asked my front desk. They said they probably refer to the Office for the Aging 4 or 5 times a day. And we have some support services, too, that we give out. So osteo exercise comes in. We work closely with their RSVP program, which is their volunteer match volunteer program Sandy can talk about. We have the hot meal program and the congregate lunch there. So, and just a resource. I mean, I'm calling you, and our Community Connections program, our newly launched program, really the seed money came from Sandy. We brainstormed, it was your idea to bring it up to Saratoga Springs, and they've been supporting that. So it's a close working relationship.
Now, the Office of the Aging has federal funding and state funding.
And county funding.
And county funding.
And county funding. We're well funded by the Board of Supervisors.
Got you. And part of that mission is to supply some grants in forms of, to help out the community centers?
Yes, New York State provides what they call community services for the elderly money, and what we do is we give that to outside agencies, and we like to support all the senior centers in the county.
Now, one thing that, we've been circling a couple of words for 12 weeks now, independence and dignity. Now, you've mentioned that part of the organization for Office of the Aging includes casework.
Yes.
And you have case managers, and you have people that actually go out into the field to assist people in the areas of independence.
Yes, I have 5 case managers.
Right.
They're all trained, and they're actually going through new training through Boston College. It's a fabulous program the state's doing, so they'll be actually certified by Boston College. So we're very impressed with that. But they do go into seniors' homes. There's an
Yes,
assessment they complete. And that way, I mean, someone may call and want a meal, the caseworker goes out, they have to assess them for that, but they may discover that their income eligible may be for food stamps, maybe for the home energy assistance program. And there's a little known program where Medicaid will actually pay for seniors Part B of their Medicare, which is about, I think, $118 a month. And sometimes that $118 makes a huge difference in a senior's limited income.
Well, as you and I have talked about, the elderly a lot of times are so afraid of giving up their independence or having someone take away some of their dignity that they won't call or they refuse to recognize certain things. So you will get calls from neighbors sometimes, you were saying, right?
Yes, neighbors.
And you do as well. And you'll send someone to that home to do an assessment, I think is what you said.
Yes, if someone has a concern, we'll call and ask if we can come out and visit them. And most times, it's very non-threatening. It's kind of just like a conversation we're having here now. And we go under the auspices that we just want to help you and see if there's anything you need. And most of the time, I got almost 100%, they will let us come in and talk to them.
And you call her frequently, I assume.
Oh,
right?
very frequently.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that connection. You know, Sandy's got a connection with so many seniors that have been involved in any one of her programs for so long, and the same with us. They'll come in to us. It's the familiarity of the center and the people that work there. And, we want to connect them with the services that they need, whatever it is. If it's connecting with the Office for the Aging or whoever else exists out there. So I think the communication piece is really big.
Safety net really comes to my mind. That's really what you are providing is a safety net in so many different areas. You had mentioned also, let's face it, medical insurance is a very complicated category, let's call it that. And you do provide and send people into the community centers, correct, who can help the elderly understand
Exactly.
the complexities.
What we have right now is we have insurance counseling in our building every Wednesday, and it's usually pretty booked.
Okay.
My caseworkers can go out and do it. And like what we have going on with Lois at the Senior Center now is we have a volunteer, and he does what they call a Medicare Minute. And Medicare provides us with information, and he'll go in once a month with a different topic and speak to all of the people Lois can get together. It's very informative.
It's so complicated for them.
Sure,
Going into
for
open
anybody.
enrollment, the change is so complicated. And the needs. One person's need may be around diabetes, another's may be a lot of prescription drugs, somebody else's cardiology. So finding the right fit. We don't try to become an expert on that. We couldn't.
Right.
It's too complicated, so we lean on them and other resources, and we bring them into the center so that we can reach our members.
And one of the ways that people do maintain their independence comes through your transportation programs, right? That you assist people if they need to go shopping, if they need to go out and get their medications, or if they just want to go to the senior center.
Right. We have a few different contracts throughout the county. We have one in Saratoga Springs, and that runs 5 days a week. And we take seniors to anywhere, the mall, Walmart, the doctor, the senior center, the lunch program. We've taken them to bowling, to the Y. But in each locality throughout the county, there is some type of transportation system. Half Moon and Clifton Park run a fabulous system out of their town halls. They have they have dispatchers, and they run their own, and we try to assist them every few years with the purchase of a vehicle, that we can do that for them.
Boy, again, I just constantly think to myself, we're very fortunate that we have things like the Saratoga Senior Center and, of course, the Office of the Aging. They're safety nets. They're ways to help people transition as they get older and are confronted. And one other thing that we've talked a lot about over the weeks, and you were supporting this, was the idea that get ahead of it, that prepare. That's so important, that the resources are out there, the help is out there, the assistance is out there. Ask for it. Because it starts there, right? And plan ahead. So if you're the child of a parent that's elderly, or you're finding that you're feeling that way yourself, get out there, ask for the assistance. It doesn't really hurt your independence or dignity or self-worth. It actually enhances it because the opportunity is there to get the help, right?
Oh, exactly.
And that's why I'm sure that's the centerpiece of what drives so much of this. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely. We have a caregiver program too, so we try to support caregivers.
Now, you've got a luncheon coming up. Let's plug the
I
lunch.
do. I wanted to plug
Okay.
the luncheon. We have our annual luncheon. We've been doing it for well over 25 years now, but it's the annual senior luncheon at the Saratoga Springs Senior Center. It begins at 11 o'clock. We serve them lunch, and there's a band.
It's impressive. There's a lot of
Yes.
people. I remember the first one.
About
I went to,
700.
so.
It's May 20th.
Yeah.
And, you can call the Office for Aging Certificate if they want to come in. This year, we always have a theme, and this year our theme is a birthday party for them. So.
Oh, God, that's wonderful. It's so obvious to me that, the two of you are friends, and you've been friends for many years, and I really applaud you. What you do takes a lot of passion, I know that there's a lot of regulatory stuff, and there's a lot of office work and all of that, but boy, you really have the passion for it, and we're all the beneficiaries of that.
Well,
So,
thank you
fun.
very much.
Yeah.
It is fun.
It's fun.
yeah, thanks a lot. Well, Sandra, very nice to meet you. Very
nice
nice
to
to
meet
have
you,
you in.
too.
Lois, great to see you. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, lookTVonline.com.